Good evening from San Ignacio Town. With the 9 o'clock news, I am Patrick Jones. In the headlines, Deputy Secretary General of CARICOM comes to Belize on a working visit. Ombudsman chosen as president of the Central American Council. National men's volleyball team wins Copa Cancun tournament. And Taiwan is assisting Belize with a renal failure prevention project. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories coming up after these messages.
Who said that deals only happen once a year or only on special occasions? Walk into any one of our central TV and internet offices to get free installation, free modems, and free MyTV subscriptions. Visit us whether you're in Belize City, Belmopan, San Ignacio, or Benque, or give us a call toll-free at 0800 Cable TV. Central TV and Internet. Bundle and save.
Bundle and save. Central TV and Internet.
Here now is the news in details. Belize continues to play its role in the regional integration movement. This week, the Ombudsman, Lionel Arzu, is welcoming his counterparts from the Central American Council on Human Rights Defenders to Belize. The council is in Belize meeting from today until Friday discussing internal displacement and forced migration. During the forum, Arzu will assume the presidency of the council for the next 12 months. According to an official release, the council will also have closed meetings to discuss other important topics, including the formulation of plans and projects, adoption of resolutions, and other matters. The Central American Council on Human Rights and Defenders was reconstituted in February of 2016 and consists of the 7 Central American countries: Belize, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama. The presidency rotates among the member countries annually. The purposes of the Council are for the strengthening and protection of human rights of the Central American people, exchanging of experiences on topics of national and regional concerns, and advocating for improvements in the quality of life within the region and among member countries. The Republic of China Taiwan is assisting Belize with funding to support a project which seeks to help Belizeans prevent and control chronic renal failure. The first disbursement of a budgeted $2.2 million will take place on Monday morning in Belize City. According to a press release from the Ministry of Health, Taiwanese ambassador to Belize, Benjamin Ho, will hand over a total of $34,500 to the Junior Minister of Health, Dr. Angel Campos, during ceremonies scheduled for Monday morning at the Biltmore Hotel. The Renal Failure Prevention Project is a 3-year initiative with a total approved budget of $2.2 million. It was signed on February 10th of this year between Belize and Taiwan to treat patients at the early stages of renal failure for kidney disease, ultimately reducing the socio-economic burden to families and to the health system. Training will be provided to general practitioners and dialysis nurses in Taiwan, while local training programs will be conducted for case managers and community health workers in identification and management of risk factors for kidney failure. Furthermore, the project also includes the establishment and launch of a tracking and management system for chronic disease cases in medical facilities. Also, during Monday morning's ceremony, the president of Far Eastern Memorial Hospital, Dr. Fan Ye Lin will be handing over 100 dialyzers for hemodialysis to the Ministry of Health. During their stay in Belize, the visiting Taiwanese delegation will be meeting with officials of the Ministry of Health, Carl Houston Memorial Hospital, La Loma Luz Adventist Hospital, and other stakeholders to discuss mutual cooperation in chronic renal failure. The Deputy Secretary General of the Caribbean Community CARICOM, Dr. Manorma Suknandan, is in the middle of a 3-day working visit to Belize. During her time in Belize, Dr. Suknandan has scheduled meetings with various government officials as well as representatives of the various CARICOM institutions headquartered in Belize. On Monday of this week, Dr. Suknandan visited the OAS office in the adjacency zone, where she was briefed on the latest developments taking place in the adjacency zone between Belize and Guatemala. In demonstrating their strong support for Belize, CARICOM foreign ministers at the 19th meeting of the Council of Foreign and Community Relations emphasized their resolute support for the sovereignty, territorial integrity, and security of Belize. Dr. Suknandan is scheduled to leave Belize on Thursday. Reports from the south say there was a robbery of a conductor on a passenger bus on the Southern Highway last night. According to information received, the bus, which was heading towards Independence Village, had stopped along the Southern Highway to let off a passenger. As the conductor went to retrieve luggage for the alighting passenger, he was reportedly accosted by the assailant, who emerged from bushes along the road. The robber reportedly grabbed the purse that the conductor had and also punched him in the face before making good his escape. Late this afternoon, police in Independence confirmed that the incident did happen, telling TNT News that a bus from the Yaxcal bus service was heading from Halacte to Independence when the incident happened. Investigations continue. A family from Orange Walk Town is tonight asking for the public's assistance in locating a relative who has been missing for almost a month now. 34-year-old Pedro Alfonso Callis left home at the beginning of May, and his family has not seen or heard from him since. This afternoon, TNT News spoke via Facebook with Jose Sanchez, a relative of the missing man.
Okay, his name is Pedro Alfonso Callis. He's about 5'6", a little bit, what you call those people where have a little built body. He has a tattoo with his name Pedro Callis on his forearm.
When did Pedro go missing?
Okay, he went missing on the 4th of May. We sent him to make some deposit at the bank in the morning. That's Heritage and Belize Bank. Deposit was made. He did all the errands for the house. Then when he came back around 11:30, we asked him to go and buy some things for the shop, no, because I have a small shop, to SP Warehouse here in Orange Walk Town, Progress Street. When he left from that time, he never did come back again.
Now, have you made a report to the police and have you checked with relatives around the country to see if he's with them?
We made a report to the police already. We contacted his sister in Camalote, but she informed us that she hasn't seen him from good while. And she's also concerned about his brother, no?
Has Pedro ever done something like this, gone missing from home?
No. This is the first time he went missing. And he's not good in his health neither. He has a problem issue with his mental health.
Now, is there a telephone number or a contact information where people can reach you or the family?
Okay, they can call me at 670-1018. One of the police stations closest to them, or maybe they can call you also, inform you where they're about now, and when we can get in contact with the person, and then we'll see how we can bring him back home.
Now, Jose, if Pedro is watching you on TV right now, what message would you have for him? Talk to him personally.
Okay, if he's watching us at the moment or he's staying with someone or anyone out there, we're asking that person to please contact us. My mother is very worried about him. She can't sleep sometimes at night, worrying where he is, if he has eaten, what he has been doing. So that I will ask the person, if whoever see him out there, to give us a call immediately for us to go and look for him.
Would you like to say that in Spanish, just in case he might not be understanding you in English?
Ok, a los televidentes que están viendo las noticias del minuto, les quería pedir si llegan a ver a la persona, que se me podrían llamarme al 670-1018 a las estaciones de policías más cercanas que tengan, o a la estación de la televisión de Mr. Patrick Jones, para que así nosotros podamos recoger al muchacho. Al momento mi mamá está bien preocupada, pensando dormió. Ese sería el nené de la casa.
Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Pedro Alfonso Calles is asked to call the nearest police station. You're watching the 9 o'clock news. We will have more of the day's stories for you right after these messages.
Who said that deals only happen once a year or only on special occasions? Walk into one of our Central TV and Internet offices to get free installation, free modem, and free MyTV subscriptions. Visit us whether in Belize City, Belmopan, San Ignacio, or Benque. Or give us a toll-free call at 0800 Cable TV. Central TV and Internet. Bundle and save.
Bundle and save, hey, hey. Bundle and save, hey. Central TV and Internet.
Welcome back to the 9 o'clock news. Police in San Ignacio town have removed over 7 pounds of marijuana from the local supply chain. On Tuesday morning, a joint operation involving the K9 unit conducted searches on the banks of the Macal River in Santa Elena town, which led to the discovery of a crocus bag containing marijuana. The bag was taken to the San Ignacio police station where the contents were weighed. It tipped the scale at 1,429 grams, or just over 3 pounds of weed. Also on Tuesday morning, San Ignacio Police, in conjunction with the K9 unit, searched an abandoned lot in the Hot Point area of Santa Elena town. That search led to the discovery of a bucket containing 2,141 grams, or roughly 5 pounds of marijuana. Also found during the search was a 12-gauge pump-action shotgun. Since no one was in the area where the items were found, the marijuana and the shotgun have been deposited at the police station as found property. The sport of softball continues to grow around the country. This week alone, the Toledo district saw the formation of an association to oversee the sport in that district. Meanwhile, the ladies of the Cayo division continue to keep the competition tight on the diamond. With more on softball and some volleyball news, here is sports editor Raynord Garbutt.
The Raymond Garbutt Cayo Senior Females Softball Competition, sponsored by the Honorable John Saldivar. Games were played this Sunday, the 22nd May at Denver Fuller Stadium in Camalote Village. Game 1 saw Camalote winning over Esperanza Wolverines by a score of 17 runs to 2. The winning pitcher was Tierra Bradley and the losing pitcher Shania Sabaranes. Game 2 saw Belmopan Bandits winning over Unitedville Rebels by a score of 6 runs to 4. The winning pitcher was Lanisha Jones and the losing pitcher Francine Salazar. In the nightcap, saw Roaring Creek Grace Kennedy winning over Belmopan Capital City Emeralds by a score of 12 runs to 0. The winning pitcher was Leandra Guy and the losing pitcher Dominga Tut. The standings after last weekend plays is like this. Roaring Creek Grace Kennedy have 7 wins and 1 loss. Unitedville Rebels have 6 wins and 2 losses. Belmopan Bandits 5 wins and 3 losses. Camalota United 3 wins and 5 losses. Esperanza Wolverines 3 wins and 5 losses. Belmopan Capital City Emeralds no wins with 8 losses. The Toledo Softball Association was formally established on Monday, May the 23rd, during a meeting of softball teams and interested parties, which was held in Jacintoville. During the meeting, election of officer for executive of the Toledo Softball Association was held under the supervision of the Vice President of the Softball Federation, Georgette Banner Gutierrez. Elected to serve are President Peter Castillo, Vice President Carla Garcia, Treasurer Marcela Manjevar, Secretary Christine Garcia, members Kira Polonio, Edward Garcia, Jenny Tanner, Catherine Burns, and Jacqueline Garcia. The Toledo Softball Association will soon announce the date of its first senior female and male competition. The Belize male national volleyball teams wins Copa Cancun 2016 tournament. On Friday, May the 20th, 2016, 3 Belize volleyball teams traveled to Mexico to participate in the Copa Cancun 2016 volleyball tournament. The 3 teams include the Belize male national team, University of Belize Black Jaguars, and the Neon Stars female volleyball team. The tournament began on Sunday, May the 21st, with 26 male teams and 21 female teams that were categorized in random pools. The Belize men national team won both its games on Saturday in 2 sets and qualified for the knockout round the next day. The Moen Stars also won its matches and qualified for knockouts. The UB Jaguars lost their first match but bounced back in the second match and qualified for the knockout rounds. On Sunday, the UB Jaguars lost against the host team LPVC of Cancun in the quarterfinals in the deciding set. Team Belize won its first quarterfinals match in 2 sets, and in the semifinals they played against same host team that have won over UB Black Jaguars in the preliminary rounds and defeated them in 3 sets, qualifying for the finals. On the female side, the Moen Stars battled against the female champions from Cancun. However, the Mexican team took the semifinals and advanced to the championship game. In the championship match, the Belize male national volleyball team played against another favorite Mexican team named Ejército. Belize won the first set 25-23. In the second set, Belize overcome a 15-22 deficit to win 25-23, winning the Copa Cancun 2016, becoming the first Belize male team to win this tournament. The Belize male national team continues to prepare for World Championship Qualifiers tournament to be held here in Belize on August the 12th and 21st, 2016. The training continues with the Cuban coach, and the men continue to work hard to make Belize proud. Team Belize are the Copa Cancun 2016 champions.
In other softball news, the Esperanza Royal Devils male team will play this coming Saturday in Dangriga Town. Games are scheduled for 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. Public spaces for the use and enjoyment of residents, particularly children, are an ongoing concern for administrators of communities and municipalities around the country. This past weekend, the Children's Advisory Board met with the mayor of San Ignacio Santa Elena, Earl Trapp, to discuss this very issue. According to information received, the board and the mayor visited the different parks around the twin municipalities in an effort to assess what is needed. Councillor Vanessa Neal is head of the Children's Advisory Board.
I am the rapporteur and the councillor of the San Ignacio and Santa Elena Town Council, and I must say that it's a privilege to be able to serve the children of this municipality, and it's a privilege to serve my community. My town council members and the mayor, they have their trust in that I'm able to assist them in pushing this project forward. The Child Advisory Board decided to set today, the 22nd of May, as a day to visit a few, and I will say a few because we have a lot of parks and playgrounds in the Twin Towns. They decided to use today as a visiting day to look at what upliftments these parks will need. they realize that the town council do need funding, and we do have a bit of funding aside as well to uplift these parks and playgrounds. So today we have the Child Advisory Board along with 5 members of the Technical Steering Committee, which includes Corporal Jones, who is with us as well, ensuring that the children are being treated fairly and right. As well, we have the town councillors and the mayor. The mayor is very much attentive, listening to the children, and he's a part of this activity today. With that said, we do have someone who is a part of the project in terms of the Sustainable Child-Friendly Municipality, which is Miss KD. And we would like to as well applaud her for always pushing us and reminding us that we need to work together. We need to work for the betterment of the children of this municipality.
First of all, I must applaud Councillor Vanessa Neal for chairing this project. I know it's one that would have required a lot of time and innovation. So I delegated it to her, and so far she's been doing an excellent job. No? But yes, we are visiting the different parks within our municipality, and I can tell you that we have approximately 20 parks and counting, almost like half and half, 10 and 10 within San Ignacio and within the different municipalities. No? And one of the reasons why we are touring the youths around is because we want to get them to be a part of the development process in our municipality. We don't want to maybe build chairs and benches in this area when in fact the children would be requesting slides or something that would be of more benefit to them. So that's one of the reasons why we are touring around with them, and I can tell you that they are, amazingly innovative, very talkative, they are very aggressive, and that ensures and shows us that we have many future leaders in our society that will take us through the next generation.
How many of these parks do you think need to be upgraded?
I would say almost 90% of our parks need works at the moment, need some serious work. And like what Ms. Vanessa said, she are trying to seek funding, and I can tell you that the council will do its part in financing some of these parks. We already began the process, and we will ensure, like I said, we will ensure that our parks are being upkept for our children, for our youths, and of course for visitors.
A group or a company want to maybe at a park?
The process is simple. If it's just one phone call away, they don't even have to visit the council. I will take it my business and visit them, and I will take them around and see which park they would prefer to adopt. And we would be more than happy to give them posters or areas where they can advertise their businesses or organizations. So definitely that is certainly welcome from different organizations and business that would like to adopt a park within our municipality.
Okay, first
TNC News also spoke with a member of the Children's Advisory Board, Limani Pot, who is a second form student at the Sacred Heart College.
Okay, first of all, you have to take into consideration that there are children that are disabled. So that is one of the things that we will work on and try to improve the parks and also make them more child-friendly as to children, because children don't necessarily want to see a park filthy. They want to see slides, and they just want to see color around, and they want to have fun as children. And this is a big part of their development because they need to interact with others. But if other men are around, they won't come around, and that stops the students or children from
What do you think mostly need to be at a park so that's what they can have kids playing here?
There are many things that need to be at a park for children to enjoy themselves, but I think children want slides and swings, and at night lights are necessary. Okay, many times they are like gang members, or most times they are out here smoking and drinking and doing things that children don't necessarily want to see growing up. So the parents would try to put a stop to them and say, no, you can't go out because this is happening out there.
I am the rapporteur.
You're watching TNC 10. Still to come, a look at the weather. We'll be right back.
Tour.
Who said that deals only happen once a year or only on special occasions? Walk into one of our Central TV and Internet's offices to get free installation, free modem, and free MyTV subscriptions. Visit us whether in Belize City, Belmopan, San Ignacio, or Benque. Or give us a toll-free call at 0800 Cable TV. Central TV and Internet. Bundle and save.
Bundle and save. Hey, hey, bundle and save. Central TV and Internet.
Temperatures continue to be on the warm side of the thermometer around the country, and indications are that the weather will continue to be good heading into the weekend. Here is the forecast for the next 24 hours. And that is a look at the weather with information provided by forecaster Francisca Wellington at the Belize Weather Bureau. To summarize the news, here are the main points again. Deputy Secretary General of CARICOM comes to Belize for a working visit. Ombudsman chosen as president of the Central American Council. National men's volleyball team wins Copa Cancun tournament. And Taiwan is assisting Belize with a renal failure prevention project. With the headlines, we end this edition of the 9 o'clock news. Thank you for joining us. I am Patrick Jones. Have a good evening and a good night.